I have been dealing with knee pain for probably 30 or more years. I've had arthritis in my knees, my hands, my feet for a very long time. I've been getting cortisone shots in my knees for at least 30 years.
So what kind of things were becoming difficult for you because of your knee pain?
I used to struggle all the time with the stairs. Going up and down the stairs was hard. I live in a house with a lot of stairs. I would walk on flat surfaces. I wouldn't be able to do the distance I normally do. I started wearing a knee brace last summer, which helped a little bit. It let me do a little more and go to fitness class and walk, but still, stairs were the worst part. I would pull myself up by the railing just to be able to get up the stairs.
So you mentioned that you'd been getting steroid injections for 30 years.
And I started out with an occasional one, like maybe one a year or every other year when my knees were bothering me. And over time, I started getting them more often. It used to be twice a year. And in the last few years, I was getting them every 3 months, scheduled a 3-month appointment when I left so that I knew I'd be able to continue walking again.
How long would you get relief from those injections, particularly the last 3-month ones?
I'd get a good solid 2 months, and the last month would be uncomfortable. Yeah, they didn't last the full three anymore.
So I have to ask, were you ever told you might need a knee replacement?
Oh, absolutely. By 2 doctors that I've been to, 2 orthopedic specialists that I've seen have said, "You are ready anytime. You let us know, we'll schedule it."
What was your hesitation into getting a knee replacement?
I'm a baby when it comes to surgery. I know people have had knee replacement surgery. I mean, I know someday I'll probably have one also, but it's a lot. It's a lot of discomfort, it's a lot of recovery, it's a lot of rehab, and I just wasn't looking forward to that. And I didn't wanna give up a huge section of my life recovering when I could be traveling and doing other things. So it was just a combination of factors that kept me putting it off longer and longer.
How did you first hear about our procedure, genicular artery embolization?
On Facebook, of all places. Yeah. I was scrolling through Facebook and I must have maybe one day looked up something about arthritis treatment and Facebook noticed it and started feeding me all kinds of information. And one day I saw that and I read through it and then I realized, oh my God, this is in Plattsburgh.
Mhm.
So I did the online form right away, filled out for a consultation. It was a quick process from the first online form that I filled out until getting a phone call, getting x-rays, and getting a consultation was a week, 10 days maybe at the most.
And what made you decide to try something different? I mean, if the steroid injections had been working, what made you to try something different?
They weren't working well enough, long enough. This sounded like I could get more relief, hopefully, and last longer.
And what hesitations, if any, did you have about going through with genicular artery embolization?
Really didn't have any hesitation at all. I was in the very beginning, I did a lot of research. My friends and family will tell you that I obsessively research things. So I went on all the sites I could find and excuse me, and looked at it and checked it all out, did the Mayo Clinic, the Cleveland Clinic, all kinds of arthritis foundation things, just to make sure it was legitimate. I just wanted to make sure that it was the right move for me.
Did it almost seem like with all your research that too good to be true?
It did. It seemed too good to be true and too good for me not to have known about it ahead of time.
So what was it like the day of your procedure when we treated your right knee?
Super simple. I have to say that everybody here has been fantastic. I mean, welcoming, professional, polite, very nice, but it was very easy. Came in, took some Valium, relaxed, took a nap, I think,
Fair enough.
and went into the procedure, and it seemed like in no time it was done and I was ready to go. I mean, it was super simple.
How did it compare to what you expected?
I expected it to be maybe a little more dramatic on my part, that maybe it would hurt or maybe there'd, be big machines, and it really wasn't.
And then how has been the recovery afterwards?
It's been great. When I walk on flat surfaces, I have next to no pain at all. I walk with my neighbor usually several times a week, do 2.5 or 3 miles, no pain at all. Later on in the day, my knee might stiffen up a little bit and be sore, but not pain like I used to have. And stairs are much better. I can go up and down the stairs without dragging myself up by the railing. I get a twinge occasionally, if I've gone the stairs, up and down the stairs too many times, my knee will let me know, but I can still do it. That's the big thing is that I can do it.
Mhm. And that's really our goal and get your, less pain, more mobility, and quality of life back up to what it should be.
Yeah, definitely a big pain improvement.
Good. How quickly did you start noticing the difference?
Oh, right away.
Like getting out of the stretcher right away, or
Yeah, actually, and laying here on the stretcher when the doctor came in and asked me if I could bend my knee, and I pulled my knee up to my chest, and it didn't hurt.
if you had to describe the change in your pain, how would you put it in your own words?
I would say that before the procedure, I was an average 7 on the pain scale every day, especially if I was active, and I try to be active. I go to the gym a few days a week, I walk, I do what I can. My knees always hurt. Now I get out of bed, and they might be a little stiff because I do have arthritis all over, but they don't hurt at all. The pain's probably at most not even a 2. But honestly, getting out of bed in the morning and being able to walk without wincing in pain or going down to the mailbox to get my mail without having to drag on the railing is has been a huge improvement and very noticeable.
What are you able to do now that you couldn't do before or do differently?
Well, I can definitely do everything with less pain, without a doubt. I mean, I went to the gym yesterday and I was doing squats. And I've been able to do squats all along, but not deep squats. Yesterday I did a deep squat. I just feel like I'm more stable on my feet because my I don't feel like my knee's going to give out and it doesn't hurt, so I'm not walking awkwardly. So I just feel all the way around I'm like better balanced.
How would you describe or compare our procedure GAE versus the steroid shots?
Totally different procedure altogether. I think with the steroid shots, I got immediate relief also, but then it was usually because of the medication that was put in, and it would take a while for the pain relief to be really significant, and then it wouldn't last as long. I'm hoping I get way more than 3 months out of this.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, and to be fair, I mean, you're a week out from having your right knee and you're back for your left knees.
Yeah. And from what I've read in all my research, the pain relief gets better as time goes by.
Mhm,
So if I'm feeling this good now and it's going to get better, how can you lose?
yeah. And, it's not a time machine and, particularly when you're active, and I want you to be active, but you still don't have cartilage.
Yeah, if I can get a year or 2 even before I have to do it again, I'd be ecstatically happy.
What made you confident to come back?
Success of the first knee, absolutely, and how good I felt and how comfortable this place is.
And what would you say to someone who's on the fence about trying this?
Oh, I would say do it. Call up right away. Absolutely.